Hi, welcome back to my channel. So, if you haven't already, please do like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. So, I don't normally do these, but I found this deck that I haven't seen for a while. It's called Whispers of Love. So, this is going to be more like a love reading, I feel, today. And there was another deck as well called Messages of Love Oracle. So it's all the love decks that are coming out today. So let's just see what's coming out on this for you today. Okay, so I'm actually going to, because it's, sorry about that. Sometimes I forget about my shoulder. So we are going to, as it is new moon, if you're watching this video, then it's likely that your intention is something to do with love, something to do with relationships, okay? So that's what we're going to figure out today. So this might not be for you if it's more to do with career or something like that, okay? But if love is on your mind, if relationships are on your mind, or whatever connection you've got going on. So this could be, you're in a relationship right now, or you're single right now, or you're in some kind of situationship, okay? That's what we're talking about today. So let's get into it. So I want you to just set your intention right now. What do you want to know? What do you want to get out of this reading? What would you like to come away from this knowing more about? Okay, and let's see what answers we have for you, what we can give you here. So put all your energy into it, all your attention into what you would like to know. What would mean the most to you to know about this? Commit. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? So this could be to do with a connection that you are already in or wanting to be more. So this could be like a friendship where you want a commitment, or it could be that kind of situationship that we're talking about where it's like it's not really sure whether it's is or isn't. Yeah, there's no communication to do with it. And this is kind of suggesting that there is a need for things to come together, really, on this one. Surrender. So surrender. I'm going to take that one. Surrendering to this, okay? Being able to surrender to it. I'm going to get one of the Whispers of Love. These are just nice messages, usually, that give you a little bit of an inkling as to what is going on. So what is this commitment all about? What is it to surrender to? Sparrows are going absolutely mental today. They keep flying into the windows for some reason. I don't know if that's normal behaviour for a sparrow or what. Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. Now, this might be that this particular commitment, if you like, needs an element of maybe compassion or understanding. Maybe to further this, there is a need for support. Maybe that is you need to show more support to your person, or you feel like you need your person to show you support. It's a two-way street. It's a give and take. And often, the very thing that we want from another person, we have to be prepared to give that to ourselves and also to that person. You know, if we're there wishing and hoping that somebody would make a move on us or do something, maybe do for them and see what happens, because it would tell you everything. And some people just need a little bit of a nudge in the direction to know what you want, basically. Sometimes, it can be sexy to show confidence in what you want and what you need, okay? Let it be seen, let it be shown. So, I'm going to get into these ones. Now, these ones are more usually for people that are already in a relationship, or you're in a separation right now, or that kind of situation, okay? So we're just going to see what messages are going to come through that are more likely to be from your person to you, okay? So if there's somebody in your mind right now, just pop them into your mind. If anyone's popped into your head as you've been doing this, or what you intended to start with, allow that to be prominent in your mind right now. Okay, so we know that this is about commitment. It's about being supportive, showing that you care, making an effort. Reflection. Being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. So there's an energy here of maybe it feels more like there is being a separation. You could be maybe talking to this person, but not very often. So it could be a little bit on and off, a bit flaky. And something seems to have happened where maybe there's less communication. And in that moment, a person reflects, or maybe, you're reflecting or they're reflecting or both. Taking that time away can really make a person realise, what they've done. It's like that Joni Mitchell song, isn't it? You don't know what you've got till it's gone. And sometimes that is necessary for growth. Let's see what else we have on here. That looks like a sunflower on there. So sunflowers might be something significant within this. So maybe you've been gifted sunflowers, or you want to send sunflowers. Chemistry. I have never felt a passion this intense. So I do feel that this is a connection that is on a deep level in some levels. We've got the aspects of physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, sexual. And this is kind of talking about that last one. So this is, there's energy between you even when you're apart. Maybe you think about this person a lot, and I feel like they perhaps think about you a lot as well. It's kind of like unmistakable energy. But I do sense two people actually that kind of like their own time as well. Like you like your own space to just maybe meditate or think, that kind of thing. So space isn't always a bad thing. But the chemistry, if it's there, it's there and it's undeniable. And especially when you see that person, you can't kind of just switch it off. It's there. Let's see what we have here. What else do we have, Spirit, for the person in front of me on this video? Well, maybe there isn't any more messages coming through. Should we try one more time? Habits. I don't know if we will ever change. So it feels to me there's been a bit of a pattern, a bit of a cycle. Maybe there's a feeling one of you or both of you is wanting something to change, something to happen. And it doesn't feel like anything is happening. It's almost like you've got into a bit of a rut or a pattern and nobody knows how to change that. So say, for instance, if you've become friends, but one of you or both of you want more, nobody seems to be speaking up about that. Like you've got your little routines. Maybe you go out places, or perhaps you work together even, or there's just an energy of you always go for a coffee on this day, or you meet at the gym and that kind of thing. You just got into these habits, and it feels, I've got this energy of somebody feels like if you say something or do something, it changes the habit, and then you're going to feel like you're going to lose that person because the habits change, therefore everything's changed, and they might decide, actually, I don't want the same as you. But it's looking likely that actually there is a want for commitment here, and we've got the surrender card as well, which was kind of just came out. There is an energy of something changing within this connection where there is somebody surrendering to this. And it's interesting because that's kind of looking a bit like the new moon. And it looks like maybe by the full moon, this will be a full commitment. Okay. So it's about, showing that you care. So if you're going about your normal routine with this person, perhaps you're meeting at the gym or whatever, maybe do something slightly different to show that you care, that you're supportive. I don't know, maybe give them a hug if you don't normally, or offer to buy the coffee, or suggest going out somewhere after for lunch or something like that. Just making it known that you want to spend more time with that person. Let them know that you, or maybe if there's something they're going through right now, how can you be supportive and help them in that at this time? Okay. And we've got confusion on the bottom. I feel unclear about where we stand. So that's what I'm talking about, yeah? There's this energy of like not knowing. Nobody seems to know what's happening in this connection, but it feels like two people that want to commit, want to surrender to it, but don't know how to begin, don't know how to start that off. So I'm going to get some runes now to see what the energy is that we're talking about. So what is the energy of this connection with runes? Very fortunate. It feels abundant. So it's almost like this connection ticks the boxes. It feels like it lifts your spirits. It raises your vibration for both of you. This is the rune of wealth. So it's kind of like on every level, almost, this connection is fulfilling and brings about an energy of abundance. So you might find when you spend more time with this person that things go well for you at work, or things go well in other areas. And they might find the same as well. It's like they seem to have a lucky streak when you're in their life, or when they're in your life. What else do we have for this connection? Algis. So this is kind of like an energy of protection. There's an energy of wanting to protect each other. And it feels very safe, perhaps more safe than anything before. Say, for instance, if you're talking to somebody else and they're saying something about your person and it's not particularly great, you would be defensive about it. You'd stand up for them. And maybe you're a little bit shocked by actually how protective you are over this person. But I feel like that's on both sides. You're as protective as they are. And this connection feels protected. It definitely does. But there is a need for, like, there's too much boundary within it. It's almost like there's a fear of stepping over a mark or stepping over a line. If, like, you know, well, this is a friendship, so if we go any further than that, it's going to turn into something more. But it feels like actually that's what's needed here. That's what's wanted here. It's almost like, you know, recognizing what actually is wanted. Let's see what else we have. So one more rune for this connection. Athala. This is the rune of family. This is the rune of inheritance. So it's almost like this connection is something for the longer term that somebody is looking for here. It's like a long-term connection. And it's interesting because Athala holds Ingwas as well, which is the rune of like fertility, creation. It's the bringing together of masculine and feminine to create. So it's almost like there's more to this connection than just being together. I feel like it's going to bring more it's a union that's bringing something special to the world, almost like your story is going to help other people kind of thing. And Athala is a very solid rune for family and it perhaps and home as well. And that's something that's been a theme today, is about coming home. It's D-Day, isn't it? So people coming home, loved ones coming home, and that desire for somebody to come home. And that's what this feels like right now, is somebody wants to come home. And they've realised what home actually is and what it means to them. Now, if you've been seeing butterflies a lot lately, maybe one has landed on you, it's kind of a sign. It's a sign for what you were thinking at the time about this connection. It's a sign about that there's transformation here. There's something new about to happen within this connection. Okay. So let's see then if this connection. So how do they feel about you right now? How does this person feel? Okay, about you right now? Wow. Okay, so we've got 3 cards that have come out there. So feelings about you right now. There's something about feeling shut out or feeling blocked in some kind of way. So it might be that perhaps you aren't talking at the moment, or there's been some kind of misunderstanding or an energy of just somebody feeling like they're not part of your life anymore, or you feel like you're not part of their life. Although this is about how they feel about you, isn't it? But there has been something change here. There's been a change and someone has kind of gone through a bit of a cycle and realised some lessons. They've learned some lessons recently and they are more aligned now with what they see their fate to be. And I think they see their fate as you. And that's bringing emotional fulfillment. It's almost like they're feeling more emotional about this than they ever expected to or ever have in any other connection. And that's making them realise, like, actually, this is love. It feels like love on a deeper level. And it feels quite emotional, but it's like an emotional intelligence that's attached to this. It's like they feel that you understand them on an emotional level where they haven't felt understood before. But there is this energy of them feeling like they aren't part of you anymore. And maybe that's what's opened them up emotionally to this, to have that realisation. Okay, so how are you feeling about them? How do you feel about this person? There's some sentimental feelings about this person, and maybe a little bit of defensiveness as well. Maybe you're kind of keeping yourself to yourself at this time, or working on yourself. It's like you're feeling a bit hurt, a little bit disappointed, I think is actually the word. But there's kind of an element here of sometimes a fear of commitment, or sort of like, is this what you really want? And there's an energy here of pulling back your energy. So someone's pulled back their energy, but they are sentimentally thinking. So this is you now, isn't it? You're sentimentally still attached to this person, but you've kind of pulled your energy back. That's why they're feeling this 5 of Pentacles here, because they're feeling like shut out, blocked out from your energy. And maybe you're doing this because you just need to work on yourself right now. Maybe something's happened where you feel like all is lost, but you haven't let go of it. You're still attached to it. You still have a sentimental attachment going on there. Okay. We have the sun on the bottom as well. So this is like things that have been manifested. So I feel like on this new moon right now, if intention setting is something that you do, I feel like you've been dreaming about this connection. You dream about it, you daydream about it, you think about it a lot, but you kind of role play in your mind scenarios that you feel are impossible or not able to go ahead. So this is a time now at this new moon, and you can set this intention during this video if you like, and a bit later when I do my own ritual, I will add yours to it, okay? I'll add it to it. So this is, if you want this to work, asking for those obstacles to be removed so that you can achieve this, okay? You did manifest this. You dreamt it up. You dreamt it into existence. So let's see, what is the next stage? What's going to happen next in this connection? Oh, okay. What's going to happen next is talking about desire fulfillment, sensuality. There's a real, like we said before, that chemistry. There is an attachment here that's on a level that is chemical. And when things are like that, it's kind of, you can't ignore that feeling or how something's made you feel or what it's made you think. And this feeling isn't going away. So it's kind of suggesting that, and I feel this could be like the 9th of June, actually, that this comes about, that perhaps you're going to bump into this person or you're going to arrange to meet up or something like that. And I think that passion, that sensuality between you is going to become so apparent that it is just unseeable. Yeah, it's just, you cannot unsee it. I do feel that might be to do with going to an event or something like that. Now we just had the sun and now we've got the star on the bottom. That's also like a wish fulfillment coming through on there. Hope, things that you've been hoping for, bringing into existence and wishing for. Okay, so what is the next step? Actually, let's see, what action are they going to take towards you? See what their action towards you will be. What is their action towards you going to be? Their action towards you is about asking to begin again, to reconnect, for a reunion. This is an energy of love and commitment. It's funny because everything is suggesting that commitment, surrendering to it, wanting to love, wanting love. You just can't make this up. What is your action towards them? What is your action towards this person? Let's see. What is your next action? Oh my God. What's that one there? Okay, your next action towards this person is kind of like about being skillful. I feel like your energy is more sort of on the defense, kind of like you're watching, checking the edges kind of thing, waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's almost like you're not going to really fully trust that this is for real, because this may come out of the blue that this person wants to rekindle things or make a commitment here. I don't feel that you're going to expect it. It's almost like you, although I do feel that you are manifesting this. You bringing this into your life, but then once it's here, it's like, what do I do with this? So just be aware of that. If you manifest it and you bring it into fruition, which you will, make sure it's what you definitely want, okay? Because it's what you've been asking for and it's here. It's coming out. I can see somebody sat next to a river or next to some water somewhere in the grasses, manifesting, thinking, like you're stirring the water or blowing something into the water or something like that. You've put a wish in there and it's about this particular situation. You manifest in this, okay? Don't ever believe that you can't manifest things, because you definitely can, with your actions, with your words, with how you're going about things, yeah? You're bringing that into your life. So what is going to happen then? What is the future of this? What is the future of this connection? But it feels like you're both manifesting each other, like you both want to bring each other into this. Hang on, let's try that again. Is that? It's gone all a bit backwards. Okay, so the future of this connection. What is the future of this connection? Ooh, what we got? That's nice. This is about reminiscing. So I kind of feel like you're both going to get together and talk about the past. There's some discussion about the past that's going to happen here. And there's going to be talking about good stuff that's happened, but there's going to be talking about other stuff that maybe it feels almost like I can hear somebody kind of like saying, well, I wish I'd have done this back then. I wish I would have said this, or I wish I would have acted like that. I feel like things went a bit, I had an opportunity at this point and I wish I'd have done this. But it feels very heartwarming. It feels very nurturing and nourishing and really needed, actually. It's like a trip down memory lane, but a really nice one. A really, really nice one. So what other information do we have on that? Yeah, there's an energy of talking about forgiveness, I feel. Like somebody really wants to be forgiven for something here. Maybe it feels like there's been things happen in the past that perhaps have hurt one or both of you. And there's an energy of just going through, picking over the bones and just forgiving each other, really. Forgiving yourself and them forgiving you and you forgiving them. That kind of energy, okay? Getting things more into balance. I do feel like my throat's gone a bit froggy. So this might actually be quite difficult for some of you to have this kind of conversation. You're going to feel like you're being really vulnerable. But it's a positive thing because it does open you up more on your emotional side. You know, you might not recognise yourself by the end of it. What else? What other information do we have coming through on this connection for you that we can give you? What else do we have on this connection? Ooh. That star keeps wanting to come out. So it's, you know, there's so much hope and wish fulfillment. It's interesting. We've got the 8 of Wands on there. So that's sort of like communication and like fast action as well. Like things happening quite quickly. So what is going to happen here? What other information do you have for us? I do sense a lot of water in this as well. So whether you might be a water sign yourself or it's somewhere in your chart, but something about being near water as well. Oh, for goodness sake. Maybe a tower moment as well. Okay, let's see. One more time. So what else can I tell you about this connection that you need to know? Okay, so there's still some fogginess. It's still not quite clear. Either one or both of you hasn't really seen the full picture yet, hasn't really discovered. It's almost like it's a subconscious feeling or thought, and somebody hasn't really recognised, actually, this is true love. This is what I want. Aha, we've got the lovers on the bottom there as well. So that's interesting. Got the star and then the lovers as well. So it's like somebody is, oh, okay, the lovers actually fell out that time, so it definitely wanted to come out. This feels like a soulmate connection. That's if you resonate with that kind of thing. It's up to you. But this feels like two energies, two souls that are intertwined, maybe mirror each other or have similarities, challenge each other, but in a positive way. It just feels so connected, so deep. And yes, it feels like there's been some issues, things going on maybe previously that have held back this connection, but it feels like now is the time. And the intention setting at this new moon, I feel like in the next couple of weeks is going to really change things within this connection. So let's get a time frame on that then. When can we see something changing in this connection? When are we going to see that? Okay, well, we have got the Tower coming out now. So yeah, there's definitely sudden changes about to occur within this connection. And that could be a disagreement, or somebody says something and all the truth comes out about how you feel about each other. Okay, now we've got 16 on here. So I feel like this could be by the 16th of June. Okay, between the 9th and the 16th of June, this connection is going to be very different to what it was, in a more committed way. Okay, there's more of a commitment. Someone is surrendering to it. Someone is committed. There's a weakness there, in a sense of like, they can't hold back their feelings anymore. You can't hold back your feelings anymore. And there is a real genuine want to show that love, care and respect for each other. I get one more card to finish this off. Yeah, you've both been through the wars. You've both had a lot of healing work to do, and there's been growth within this time that you haven't spent together. You've gone away, done your own thing, learnt your lessons, and there's still that torch for each other there. Okay, I feel like there's been a friendship though throughout this, even if you haven't been talking or whatever. It's like maybe even not on a physical level, but on some kind of telepathic level. There's been signs or signals, or maybe there's been a lot of things that remind you of that person. It could be through songs, it could be through objects or something around your home or in your vehicle or wherever, that's like, oh yeah, that reminds me of them, and that reminds me of them as well. And oh, whenever I go to that coffee shop or that cafe or that, I don't know, garage, that petrol station or something like that. Yeah, there's reminders there. And that could be because they're on your mind anyway, you know, or it could be sort of like little key pointers in signposting to you the direction to take. Okay, there is definitely a want for mending things here, bringing things together, working as a team and collaborating. So if this reading resonates with you and you would like to know more, my details are down in the description box so we can go into further detail with this, looking at yourself, looking at them, next moves, that kind of thing, and a little bit of deeper detail on that. Please do like and subscribe to my channel as well if you haven't already. And blessed new moon to you, and I will see you very soon.